Okay, time for me to lean back on a squeaky chair and mention about me. One moment. And apparently forget to turn on the sound of my Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, everything looks like it's running fine now. I hope. Anyway, so this is number 2 of working on this. Time to move my keyboard around. I can move my phone over here. And I hit too many buttons. Yay! No, let me do it this way. Okay. Try this again. Try this. Okay, one moment here. There it goes. Logo up here. Nope. This time I did increase the quality though, did a little test run, and apparently it's running fine. Due to the fact that this is from a phone though, and not a tablet or anything with a wider screen, I figured let's fill the sides up with some random stuff. One moment. Man, I really watch how I drink water. Anyways, for the past 2 streams of this though, I've been doing it like this way though. So that way I'll be able to see it clearer, and the references I've been using though clearer, as well as anything a little extra as well. And as soon as I started grabbing the wrong stylist, I was grabbing the 3DS one for some reason, which is strange because it's not the same color. Okay, so last time though I showed off what I was doing though, and then continued working off the sides. This time I'm going to be working more on the head. But first I need to choose the right one. This one? Was it this way? Yeah. Okay, so let's go with this one. Enlarge? Okay, slightly enlarged. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, it's slight, but not noticeable. Okay. Once again, though, show off the little palettes, though. Okay. So I will need to use this right here. And I still haven't figured out, well, not figured out, but I still haven't found any non-copyright safe music there that I could play. So you have to contend to the random sound effects, though, and so forth. And my horrible talking. Yay. My breathing. Okay. Oh yeah, I don't remember if I did this already. Let me look at something real quick here. Mute myself for a moment. Let me look up something real quick here. I'll make sure if I did or not. Don't want to repeat myself. And to avoid over talking myself there. I'm going to mute myself. Okay, so apparently I did. Anyway, so for those that might haven't seen it though, previous video of this though, I did do a comparison near the end of showing how this used to look like though when I was working on it the first time. Never really finished it. So if anybody hasn't seen that though, well, more than welcome to look for that though. It's like I said, it'll be near the end. If I haven't put like some kind of timestamp on this one that indicated though, which more likely, let's face it, I'll totally forget. Okay. This is why it takes so long though to do one little thing though, because I overtalked by using self there. I think it's interesting. It's like it looks like a mohawk though, but it's not really a mohawk. It's like just this tuft just sticks out. Kind of like doing it this way though. That way I'll have like these little lines where I pulled it up and so forth. Okay, so according to this though, it should be like little tufts though, like something like this. Now when doing base filling though, first of all, make sure you get permission though, or they'll say, hey, anybody's welcome to do so, which is pretty much their equivalent of permission there. Don't go over there and say, well, this looks cool there, and I decided, yeah, let's go for it. No, don't do that. Anyways, sometimes when I'm doing base work and so forth, though, I do try to look for those that I'm able to make slight alterations to lines. Not like completely like say, oh, well, I do the whole thing though, so therefore it's mine. All it is like move one different line. When I say move stuff around though, I move stuff around, but keep it within the same frame, so to speak. So right here though, it's not going to exactly match 100% to the area that I'm coloring in. It's going to be close to it though, but it won't be exact. Because I got another plan for it though. It's going to be somewhere around the area that I shade in. Let's see. Once again, 16 layers. Yay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make another layer though. I'm going to indicate that there's white on here because, let's face it, no one can exactly see white or very light colors. Okay, that was the. And what I'm going to do now is that the right color? Let's make sure. Yeah. Go over here using this layer though and color this end of it. So once again, I'm using the lines as a base though, but I'm not going to completely rub all the lines away. I mean, because if I want to do that, I'll just start the whole thing from scratch without the base. I think I mentioned this in a previous one though, to where even the person wasn't quite sure about it looking that well there. It's like, it's not the greatest. I'm thinking, hey, you know what we're going to do? We'll take this non-great thing that they did though, and then work on it, and then say, hey, look at this. This thing was yours. And that's another reason why I'm trying to do these semi-realistic looks on though. I've been going over some people, their sketches, some with permission that I've actually gotten though, and redone them, or soon will be reworking on them though, just to prove though you can take something that looks and rework on it though. There's been some stories about some people that would actually go over and take artwork that like kids drawings there and using the computer programs. I'm not sure the exact ones because I know some will use Photoshop or whatever. Take the art programs, we work it though to do their interpretation of it, they're like a 3D model there, or actually improve upon it then. But let's face it though, I just wanted to do it for the fun. Okay, so as you can see in the little reference there though, there is like this little tuft of fur, which is kind of like a mohawk. Like if I go over here, you can see, did I put my cursor on it? Yeah, okay. Right here, you can, most of the times they'll have this little mohawk going on there, kind of like a little mane. Oh, stupid now. So what I'm going to do over here on this though is do something similar too though. So I remove that though, you can see, yeah, it's kind of like it though, but it's more of an actual mohawk if anything. So once again, using this as a base and the correct brush, the hair brush, I'm gonna use it to make like fluff marks there. Actually, what I need to do is go down here to the whiteout and redo it a little bit too as well, so blend in though, so it won't be like, oh well, I can definitely tell where it was at. Sometimes I'll forget which color did I use because they'll be so closely resembling one another. Look at that. They got like the layering system. Okay. So what color was this one though? Zoom into the palette. And there's only one color that would match that. It would have to be this one. Okay. Make sure you get the correct one though. Like I said, once again, the felt pen at a setting of 0.3. Now, a little heads up though, in my previous art video there, in which was using my own works and such, that the program I'm using to display this though had a little error or whatever that kept refreshing, actually downgrading the quality of the video there. So hopefully it won't do that this time. I hate for something to be like that, like, oh, it looks horrible though. Sure, because on my end it looks awesome. Okay, so zooming in this, the fun part was trying to find references though that closely resembles the angle of the person who did the artwork. Well, let's face it though, sometimes when you do your own art interpretation though, you'll not exactly be, well, exactly like the way a certain photo would be though. That's why I've been thinking recently though about maybe I should do it 3D modeling also there, because that way after I do the 3D model there, I can use that as a reference though and get different angles that way instead of relying too heavily on photos. Because unless you're doing a photo shoot there with an animal for about a few hours to take every possible angle though, yeah, that is not going to happen. Okay, I need you to, like, look up a little more like this. Now this way. Almost. Yeah, I bet that's a fun trip there. Pretty sure the animal will be so patient to do that. No. I want you to do a little this over here. Now, a little this. More than likely, if it's a carnivore, though, it's going to rip your face off and call it a day. An attack in neighborhood or something like that. I don't know. No, I need to close this, though, because I don't want it to keep burning on my screen. I mentioned this before. I don't remember if it was the last video I did, though, or not, though, but you can definitely tell how often I use this program, though, if you were to look at my screen and see the burn marks of the color picker icon. Let's see here. according to this, though, it should be straight up, though, but some of it going to the side. Is that it? Let's see. It goes up, 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 and then peaks up in the middle. So up, okay, side, side, little up. Man, why can't it be more simplistic? Don't you hate it though whenever you're focusing though? Once again, some part of your face there starts itching. Like, you don't need to focus on this. Make sure I'm doing the right color. Shows us the right color though. That's only because I got different layers on it too. Okay, so since it's getting close to the ear shows it going straight downwards though, as well as some of the fur texture leaning towards the ear as well. Most of the fur that leaning towards it though will be whitish or cream color. So I want to rotate my phone accordingly. Once again, like I said before though, don't fill up the areas with too much lines though, because you want to create the illusion that it looks semi-real, not, oh, lines, lines, lines. You might just paint the whole thing. Same thing would also apply with hair and such. Okay, so I keep doing the line work though. Now once again, I'll probably repeat this also at a later time as well. Now because of the detail that I'm doing on here though, this will take longer than what normally would be. So while some people can do it faster though, because they probably have a bigger screen though, and a special brush, it's probably going to take me about twice as long, if not longer, because I'm doing each individual line. Once again, doing this though, just to be sure. Like I say, I don't want to be that lazy. And like, special brush, engage. Okay. Now, since this, according to this photo here though, which might represent most of them though, there's a little squiggly lines on some of these. Some of these will be squiggly, like something like this. Like this. Can't really see well in it though. I'll probably apply more of it on the next layer up, which will give it the golden cream orange color. Okay, so I'm getting closer to the ear, so it needs to be more spaced out just a little bit and more squiggly. So let's do like this. So something like that. Doesn't hurt to have some little squigglies down here, but it needs to be semi-squiggly and more straight. Okay. So it still needs to follow the same direction. Okay. Okay, I keep looking up and down now. Let's see here. Once again, though, I'm doing it this way by way of computer, though. Displaying it on there, though. Because if I was to continue doing it on the phone just itself, with me using references, because I can pull up Windows, So I can pull this out and just pull out little windows up to 5. But the only downside of that, though, while convenient, is the fact that I'll take up most of my screen with windows. So this is why I'm doing it on the computer, though, instead. So that way, I'll have my full screen to use, except for this stupid little thing right here, which appears and disappears at random. And plus, this way, all I do is look up on the computer and see a much clearer one. Now, when you do references and so forth, though, if you're going to do something like this, though, make sure it's as clear as it can be, though. As you can see, this reference I've been using, though, in the upper right corner, though, is pretty clear, though, so you can see all the little strands of fur everywhere. Unfortunately, I would find some that actually have the nice angles and looks, though, but discover that whoever cropped it or took the photo didn't exactly use clear images of the photos. So upon trying to zoom in, it's either too blurry because they were actually zoomed in blurry photos, or they were zoomed in clear photos of, but the website that they're on changed the file typing and causing them to be blurry. Okay, so let's see how this looks like compared. Now this one has right about here, if you look in the upper right though, with my little cursor though, this looks like it just goes all over the place though. So I'm going to look over here. Yeah, okay, so right about here, it does show that there's a dark area too. Let's see, let me check this one. And this one also shows like a black area too. Okay, so that's a common thing then. So I'm going to go ahead and just toss it all over the place then. Where my nose? Because it itches. No, see, I think in the middle though, it needs to be straight up. Let's see. Up, up, up. Okay, yeah, because it'll be the dividing line though. So it's going to have to be short and simple. Something like that. I don't know. Once again, I have to go to my phone here. I hope I put that little thing on activated. Okay, 1 second though. I need to do something. So I might this logo real quick. I forgot to put the do not disturb here. I don't want no random stuff to pop up and be like, what's that? Okay, so let's see here. I'm surprised I haven't got anybody to comment for the past 2 years saying, that's not your work though. Your work looks like this and this. True, though, when I first did stuff there, it was mostly traditional and it looks nothing like this. I didn't exactly have a set style either, though. So it might look cartoonish, it might look like some little baby did it. Might have been some blind guy who did it, though. I'm just waiting for somebody to say something similar to that effect. Waiting for them to say, that's none of your stuff. You probably bought it, though, and just say it's yours. Shame on you. Probably stole from Google. I mean, I can easily apply all the stuff I'm doing to this, though, on my own, which I have. Let's see, how do I want to do this, though? Let's see. It needs to be peeking up towards the middle, though. It's kind of hard to tell on some of these angles. Like I said, it's not exactly I can find one that can do a full 360 photo shoot here. Kind of wish I could go out there and do the whole photography thing there, like kind of like Pokemon in a way, though, except for with real animals that's been known though. Of course, good luck on me trying to find one that will cooperate though and doesn't want to eat me for dinner. Okay, so how is this one though? It needs to be pulled upward so everything else goes in the middle. Yikes, really? It also needs to be kind of darkish black over here. So I never did finish it from the last video. Okay, so we're gonna do this now. Once again, it's kind of funny seeing like this eyeball will look like this one right here. And of course, like mentioned before though, the reason I'm doing it this way though, instead of like how some people use the interpretation of realism though, and it's actually just them with a paint brush instead of actually detail though. I'm not saying they're bad. I mean, that's their interpretation of realism though. But I figure if you're gonna do an animal with fur and such though, and if you actually have time though, well, in my case though, it's every other day I've been working on this and such. But anyways, if you're able to, then use the bigger canvas though, smaller brush so to get the details in there. Okay, the fun part is the swoosh. Now I'll go ahead and do it this way though, with this lighter fur, and then apply the darker black onto it instead. That way I can see at least where the lines would go. Okay, so according to this, it should be switch up the here, and then goes down a little bit. I think something like this. I'm not gonna put too much line work on there though because it still needs to be dark. So that's why when I shown off the layer without it being on, it was actually black-ish, blackish there. Once again though, that's why this is dark right here though. And then when you apply this though, it gives an illusion of being really dark colors that are like almost black. There it goes. Okay, that looks interesting. So now I have to go up here, go to the next layer. That's a slayer. Okay, color palette time. Now that's light color though. This one looks to be light peach orange, or whatever you want to call it. Spectrum of the rainbow though, and you can't even know the name. Okay. So now, for the most part though, except for certain white areas, light areas I should say though, it's going to be orange. I think it applies to most of them anyways. Yeah. The white area would go on to the ear and down so. And it's going to also need to be a little bit dark. Okay. I'm wondering, can I not just move this down here without issues? Ta-da! Okay, there it goes. How it looks like without that overlay on it. Yeah, I was right. It was the same color. Okay. Boot. Oh, looks like I was using two different colors. Oops. That could be a good idea. Ta-da! Okay, so this is... Oh, did I use a bigger brush? I must have used the ballpoint mode. Let me see here. Yeah, I did. But what color did I use? Did I use this color? Oh, wait, I forgot. I forgot. Let me back up. Okay. Ah, darn it. I moved it back up again. Okay, get down here. Okay, turn you off. Okay, overlay. Switch it to normal. I did use different colors. What do you know? So it's a combination of the peach and the cream color. Darn. And how I thought I used like different colors. Well then, let's see how this works anyways. Okay, let me, that wrong one. Well, if that's the case, though, then I need to use the right color then. I'm not sure why it showed off as a different color then. Let's see, this should be right now. So what was the other one then? That one was peach then? Let me make sure here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it was peach color though, so I did use the combination of both of them. So it was the beige and the peach color there. Oops, again. See, it looks weird though if you leave it normal. I quickly switch it back to overlay and poof. Ah. Goes back to overlay though, and you get the coloration that it should be, or at least close to be. Okay, it says this is mostly going to be whitish near the ear area. I don't need to go too far over there, but that also doesn't mean I need to apply more of the color. Okay. Also need something to make it darkish. So it's got to be similar to what I did around this nose then. Well, put it over here, so 10. Since it's going to involve some little squiggly lines as well, let's do it this way. Let's see. Once again, spacing it out just enough, not too close to the lines, though. That way it can give you an illusion of more fur colors than what there really is. That's a little depth and such. Okay, here we go. And then you want to do it over here. Let's see. Put it over here. Itchy nose. It's interesting trying to color something that has more than one color to it, though. It's like saying, like I'm trying to do a black or white dog over here. Also interesting, though, that a lot of the animals in Africa tends to have the same coloration, though. And I forgot to close this one again, didn't I? Of course, it makes sense, though, so they can blend in with the surrounding sand, dirt, whatever, brushes. Don't expect to see anyone neon colored say, hey, here I am, I'm about to get you now. Because that would be weird and awkward. Now, I'll probably wondering, why isn't this more orange, though? Well, when looking at other photos of hyenas, they are mostly the similar colors, though. But just like a lot of various animals, they do have some differences in their fur patterns, though. Like mentioned with this one, though, how it's mostly white around its ears and such, while it's mostly orange on top with the bigger spots. So this one tends to be more orange with a little bit, though, while this one tends to be more whiter. So what I've been doing though is adding a combination of various fur colors. I'm so glad I'm not doing like the African wild dog ones though. Those dogs are really different though with their fur pattern, and it could be the same relatives to one another. So like individual little flowers. See how it's like zoomed out a bit. And see with me spacing it though, and the darken background though. That's why it's kind of important though, if you do something similar to this though, to make sure the lines are spaced out to create the illusion of the extra different colors of fur though, and give it depth. But the fun part is now is trying to figure out about the ear area over here. Since the overlay is causing this to be orange with the cream color. So how I'm going to do that? I already got like 16 layers, so this thing can go up as high as, what did I say, 15 layers? Let me make sure. I can go as high as 58 layers, and I'm only at 16. Wow, that's got to be in one giant birthday cake. Or wedding cake. Or any kind of cake in general. I can take my shoe off. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so you can see what makes up the eye, though, too, like I mentioned before. It's like putting eyeliner on an animal here, just to make it look realistic. So, we're going to do the white-ish cream color around the ear and the, I guess, the fluff area of his neck. I mean, I got the color. I got a color I could use. Plus, I got this color that I did something similar down here. Nope, didn't want to use you yet. Right down here, this area here, though, would match the color good. Let's see here. Let me look at this other one again. Yeah, see, that one was mostly white, that was dark color. See, one moment here. Yeah, I do not know why it does that. Link, link. Okay, so let's see. Let's see, what did I use for that one? I think I just the. Oh, wrong one. I used a lighter. Okay, so that's what. So what I used? I used this lighter brown one. That can't be brown. What was it again? No, I used the same cream color though too, but I just put more of it. Interesting. It doesn't look the same as the other stuff though. Probably because I also blended in with the orange as well. Okay, so let me see how that looks like though. Make sure I'm on the right layer. Oh, darn it. I forgot. It switched on me because the thing came up. Okay, let's try this again. Am I even doing anything? Yeah, it matches though, so. Okay, that might work. So let me apply it over here then. Oh, wait. That won't work though, well though, because I would need to extend the base out some more. So let's do that right now. Let's see if I can at least get the ear done here. Speaking of my ear itches for some reason. Okay, back to this animal's ear here. Of course, the more I do this though, the lighter it becomes though, because I have it for, why is it lighter? Did I turn it down? No, it's 100. Hmm. I guess only because when you pull it further and further away though, it becomes lighter and semi-transparent. Okay, so let's at least try to get the ear before the end of this video, which shouldn't be too hard, except for the fact is that I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the fur texture in and around the ear area, because the way the ear is though, let me move this down. Okay, it goes from inside out, but it's squiggly though, and because it's fluffy there, get all that. Yeah, it needs to stick out, so it's coming out and just bristles everywhere. But around the ear area, though, if what is I trying to see what I'm trying to say, though, looking at upper right, the ear needs to be clean and straight, while everything else just sticks out there. Okay, so going back to this, think back to overlay. Wait, did I change colors? No. Okay. So now go back down here. Look up. Let's see. This one has it curled inwards. This one has it stick up and out. Okay, so the fun part is trying to figure out how I'm going to do this then. And first off, it's going to require me to use the right brush. In this case, the felt pen. I don't know if I tried it out yet or not, though, but I know there was an issue with this program, though, that if I tried to use the lasso tool to do the fill, like let's say if I want to fill in a square, though, I would highlight the section though with the fill lasso, if you want to call it that, the selection tool. And then whenever I fill it in with whatever color and I try to save it though, for some reason it wouldn't save it though. I would then have to go back, flick on and off one of the layers, and then save it, and then it'll save. I don't know if they fixed that issue or not though. That was an issue that I had, might still have with this. Okay, so this is going to be more close together though, but not too close there, because you want to let the background color though go through as well. Actually, what I need to do is probably get the color from here. Once again though, this is two separate colors, so this it should be. Where is that other color from? Is it from here? No. I bet it's from here, right? Yeah, it's from here. Okay. So what I need to do is get this brown color that apparently I stretched real thin. So which one is this one? It should be the light brown one. I think this is the correct one. Let me make sure. No, it's not. Which one is that one? Is it the dark one? Yeah, it was this one. Okay. Okay, so as you can tell, this actually definitely gets in more colorization now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use the hairbrush again and start pulling it up some more. Well, I use a hairbrush. Why can't you use a comb? Yes. Then we can be a little bit darker. Okay. So back to this layer over here. Now it just looks weird. Okay. Back over here, get the right tool again. One moment. Let me stretch up over here. My back. I'll have a itchy forehead. Okay. Let's see. Corners needs to be up and around. How am I going to do that one? That's going to be a fun trick to do. Let's just guess. It's not like I haven't done ears before, it's just not ears that involve fur all over the place. So I guess for this one though, I'll just do some lines there and then just randomly stick them everywhere. Yeah, that makes sense. Not really. Eh. So I guess for this one, I need to go near the middle of the edge of the ear and then pull out. See if that works any. I guess something like that. I don't know. It looks like it would do something like that though, but it needs to go up. Okay, so this needs to be something like this. Plus, when doing detailed stuff, don't rush it though, unless for some weird reason somebody commissioned you and they want you to rush it though. Once again, I don't know why some people like to say, can somebody do it like in 5 days or less? The quicker the better. I'm thinking, why, going somewhere? No, I just want it done. Yeah. If I ever give commissions though, I don't want to be rushed though. Unless you want sloppy work. The video games have taught us anything though, that rush doesn't equal good quality. Unless you're one of those people that can actually rush stuff though and get good quality though, which is very rare. I think I should actually make this a lighter color though. Oh, I don't want to keep adding more. Balls about how to. It's supposed to be less near here, but close together when leaving the ear area. So it needs to be more curved like this, but wider apart. And then when it comes to the inner ear, it's reverse and longer. Something like this. And then it should be closer inside. So maybe I should do this backwards. Hmm. Now I'm beginning to think that I might have messed up somewhere. Maybe. Okay, let's see how this looks like if I pulled it back instead. Like maybe something like this. Let's see here. And then arch upwards. Needs to be real close in the middle. I keep forgetting to close that. I think I keep repeating this to get to the top. Really? I like it like this though. Just pull out and there you go. But then again though, near the upper section and inner though. Ha. Maybe I should try like that instead. What does the other one look like? This also pulls out too. Okay, let's go with that method instead. Switching methods. Okay, let's try this again. This time using this one over here, in which it comes from the inner and out. So with that being said, I need to find the point inside the ear and then Sometimes it seems a little faster though. It'll definitely be faster if I shrink it down there and then do it though. That way, long lines will actually be short lines. Wait, does it make sense? Yeah. It appears as short lines, but they're actually long lines. That's what I was trying to get to. But it still need to come from one direction though. Go down to the ear. And then I'll slow it down though so I can see what I'm doing. Besides making a mess. I'm making a mess of everything. Why? Because it's out of nature to make things to mess. Move it back and forth though, but at angles though. I should have made the background a little darker though. That way we can definitely see the fur sticking out. According to this photo though, I don't need to be sticking the lines too close to one another. Okay, so I do need to start curving it the further I go up towards the tip of the ear, like so. Okay. I need a background. Where am I going to get a background? Oh, since this is now a different color. Darn it. So one of these days I want to do a picture with 3 different colors, or at least. Okay. I can't change the background on here though because it doesn't really affect it though, since I never really cropped it. But instead, I can, however, do this. I really should just find a common theme with the backgrounds in these photos here. Let's see. Beige, tan, lighter shades. Okay, fine. Let's do it that way then. Might need to be a little bit darker than that. Slightly darker than that. And take the smudge tool over here and just smudge, 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 smudge. That's just, for now, temporary. Because, you know, genius me forgets things there. He forgot things. Yeah, that's a problem. Problem no more. Okay. That way I can at least see what's going on here. Okay, back to the color again. Yikes. Okay. Squeaky chair, go for it. Now what I need to do is go back over here to this base not this, yeah, the base colorization. And according to this photo and all the other photos, what I need to do is make this nice and clean. Something like this. Okay. Now it needs to be rounded with a little bump over here. I mean, I could do like the whole cliche of like a missing part of the ear. You know, maybe I'll make an edit later. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like it though. Make some minor adjustments here. Let me go with this smaller. Now to go over here. Now to put a lot of more lines, but not too many though, to where you can't see it. Because you gotta remember though, I still need the outline of the ear to show up. What I'll probably do is throw a combination of this and the white color, or at least a white-ish color. Okay, that looks good. Now, what I need to do is really make it stick out on the edge, like so. So how am I going to make it really stick out? Well, first off, another layer, and maybe glow. Oh, this can't go any wrong, can it? Yep, that is just wrong kind of glow. Maybe this, maybe this. Now, to give it kind of like an aura around it though of fur, because that totally makes sense. Oh, I yawned first. Sure. Oh. Okay, so let's see here. Also need to make little sprigs stick out too, every so often. This will work though. Let me. Unfortunately, that won't work though because it makes it a different color. I have to think of something else. Okay, maybe this will work. Maybe, perhaps, I'm not sure. Because it needs to go inwards and then pull outwards. I could make this two separate layers of, but that might look tacky. Okay, so. So time consuming. But if done right though, this light color can highlight pretty decent. Also need to randomly go back and forth on certain parts though. Let's see here. Okay, this is gonna definitely look off though. So no surprise there. Let me just do it like this way. I just rotate my phone this way. Going to look like some slight edits here. Haha. I really need to find a midpoint here somewhere. I might have to fix this up off video. So if anything does changes up between this and the next one though, then you'll know why. Cat, what are you doing? So I sniff at random stuff on the ground. What are you doing? Boy, are you eating stuff off the floor again? Sounds like it. Little swirl over here, little swirl over there. No, just a heads up though that after at least I get so this head done there, most of my videos will in fact just be located on the art YouTube channel instead of the gaming one, because it's not exactly gaming related. Of course, lots of other random people would rather watch people who play games or making fools of themselves playing games, or them making fool of people playing games, you know, that sort of thing. Do, 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 do. None of this makes sense though. I'm just totally guessing on everything. I do know that I'm going to have to add some darker colors to this. Just got to figure out how I'm going to approach that at an awkward angle. That's how. There's some brushes in here that should rotate the direction I'm moving though, but by default they are automatically the same direction. Like if it goes diagonally though, it will always be diagonally every time I tap it. The moment I start pulling it across the screen, it can draw with it. So then it corrects itself. I hate when it does that. There's a mode in here though, but I don't feel like messing around with it. Okay, let's see. Actually, this should have went this way instead of going upwards. Oh, that's how well I pay attention. I'm too poor to pay attention. Attention costs too much nowadays. That's why people are always messing up. Cat, are you trying to look for a mouse or something? Okay, let's see. So this cat says, yeah, trying to look for a mouse. Then I'll just be impressed and then probably run slowly towards the door and out of it. Never to be heard from again. The end. This actually needs to be spaced out more, though. I think I should have used a darker color to begin with, though. In fact, I'll do that right now. This is white, isn't it? Yeah, it's white. Also, if a color is either completely black or completely white, though, then I'm not going to put on the palette, though, because it's obvious. So it says squeaky chair. Squeak. Okay, I know I just said that, though, and having to see that would have a black color, though, but it's slightly not black. At least not that I think so. Let me make sure. Wait, what is that? What am I looking at? Oh, okay, here we go again. It's not completely black. It's a couple of shades below black. Let me do it this way. See, I knew it. It wasn't completely black. Haha, I was right again. Okay, so anyways, the ear is not technically black, nor is the fur coloration. So what I need to do instead is do it this way. Do I not have one that's darker shade? I think this might have been the darker one. No, that's the same color. Well, darn it. Let's see if I go like this, and then if I put it for no, wait, hold that on. Hold that thought. Okay. What if that's too dark. That's nothing. That's too light. That's obviously too light. Okay, maybe this one. I guess I can give this a try. No, not that brush. Never that brush. I'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Highlight it here, do it like that. Now I'll switch it to this eraser. Then if I could do something like this. This eraser is a soft one though, which means it will erase, but we'll leave it kind of slightly blurry on the edges. But according to this photo, that it looks like it would be all right to do. There we go. Okay. I might actually have to fix this ear off video then. Not exactly the best thing there. Darn it. Okay, let me try to do a little bit of this. Raise this a bit. Get an itchy forehead because why not? Make it a little light like so. Now, let's see. This one was which one? This one was that one. So what I really need to do is I should have made that actually lighter. Well, not whiter, but lighter. Because that looks too white. Let me check on my other screen. It looks alright. Not quite sure. So, I'm going to use it like this. If I do a combination of different colors on this one then. Okay, so I need a combination of both styles. I need it to be up and down, but also need it to go inwards. Yikes. Now it just looks horrible because I did that. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Somehow. Well, alrighty then. I don't know how to fix things. It's hopeless. It's a lost cause. I'll eventually figure this stupid thing out. There's a police car outside, by the way. So if it gets nearby, you'll eventually hear it. He's doing the bad arts again, sir. We'll arrest him. Bad arts, no place, yeah. No. Why do I always keep doing this? HI. Should be like saying, here's what not to do. See, I don't think this really should be that white. Hmm. Come on, Autodesk, can't you at least make a preview window or something here? Yes, it's called moving to the far side there. There's your preview window. I'll make it work. So it's very simple. Just follow these 5,000 rules. Wait, what? How did I get hair in my mouth now? Oh, come on. Really? Again? When it does that, am I still on? Oh no. I think my video froze. Yikes. Uh-oh, it's acting up again. Oh boy. Well then. I guess unfortunately this means I might have to stop. One moment here. Look at this logo while I figure this out. Yeah, it's starting to glitch up over here. Let me. Yeah, it's not moving now. My screen on my part is moving though, but oh well. Can I at least zoom out there? Well, since it's glitching up now, it was already almost close to the 1 hour and 40 mark. I guess it might be a good time to stop then. So, here's what I got done so far. I know it's not much. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. Look how quickly it just snapshot stuff right in there, like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that off of video, I'm going to fix his ear. Try to improve on it. So hopefully by the next time I get to number 3, not number 2, this is number 2. One moment. Anyways, hopefully by number 3 though, this whole thing, which you can't see because my little tiny marker, this whole ear would look more resembling the other ear, an actual ear. So by the third part also, hopefully we'll get to the rest of the head. That includes the nose and the mouth there. And then we'll be working on down to the neck, if possible. Boink, boink, boink. So, since this is messing up, thankfully it's not the actual internet itself, just the program. So anyways, and now also need to figure out a darker background so you can see the ear area. So once again, ear will be worked off video though. The rest of the head will be worked on next video there. Either be sometime this week after this is loaded up on YouTube, which if this is on YouTube though, you've already seen it. Anyways, that is all for now. Sorry that I did not get around to it though, to fixing the ear because I got distracted, and then of course my program is acting up. But hopefully it'll look nice though by the time I get done it though. Once again though, because of the details and so forth, it does take some time to do there. This is already almost 2.5 hours of me just working on the head alone. Just a quick reminder, let's see if I can do this though. Just a quick reminder though, how big this picture is going to be. Yeah, pretty big, especially when it's 3000 by 2500. Anyways, I'll leave it there though, and see you in the next video. And let me see if this thing can clear up first though, because that looks tacky right there. Work, work, work. You know what, let's just focus on the eye. That seems to be clear though. Wait for it. Waiting. I'm surprised it took this long though to actually start messing up on me though. Come on. Nothing? You made me mess up an intro for this? I mean, outro? You know what? Let's just admire the logo anyways though. So that is the base color work there of this though. I will be back, like I said, with some more on this though, sometime this week or next. That is all. Thanks for watching, and I will try to come back and see why this thing is glitching up. Later. 3, 2, 1, over.